you gotta be quicker than that. 9.3 Nigeria info 0201 that's for the male. For the females, 0201-465-7190. And our WhatsApp number is 00959755805. All right. Ground rule: when you call, you don't say your name. Good. So really, our focus is on the story. We don't know your tribe. We don't know your tongue. We don't care. We're just taking confessions. Do me a favor. This is a textbook. Do me a favor. Attempt. I'm going to assume that sometimes the story is really what it is. It takes as many words to give me a good picture. But I'd love for you to attempt. Take the liberty to try to shrink it a little bit. I know you get it. Thank you. It's Confessions Thursday. Welcome, friends. Yeah. Let's begin to dig into the very narrow paths of life. Okay, so this one goes, good afternoon, Joyce. My confession: I've been married for past 12 years, and to the glory of God, my wife and I have 3 beautiful children together as a couple. Both of them are female. Before my wife and I got married, we had unanimously agreed to have only 3 kids, and now you have 3 beautiful children. All right, great. Immediately after our last was delivered, I realized that my wife wasn't cheerful as she wasn't cheerful as she has been when the other 2 were delivered, all because of the sex of the baby. Since then, Joyce, it's been an issue between us because she's insisting on having 2 male children. I called her and reminded her of our agreement before we got married. She said yes, but due to the situation at hand, she has changed her mind. She has been trying everything to ensure that I get her pregnant, but it has been impossible because I understand her menstrual cycle and her ovulation period more than she does. We had agreed before marriage that any issues within the marriage must be resolved between us within the marriage. And this we have been doing all this while. Okay. Recently, she visited her parents and called all her sisters together and her mother without my knowledge and explained everything to them and sent her mother to me that if I insist on not getting her pregnant, that whatever I see, I should take it as such. That she is psychologically ready in body and soul to play away match and get pregnant to have 2 more male children because she approaches her menopausal period. Because before, pardon me, I think I lost track of this. That she's psychologically ready in her body and soul to play away match and get pregnant to have 2 more male children before she approaches her menopausal period. Should I maintain adamant to do my duty?
I think it's remain adamant.
Okay, so I guess that's like an error there. Okay, good. You say all this while, Joyce, it has been a display of one attitude or the other in the house. My wife, who was like an angel, has now suddenly become arrogant and rude about everything because of this issue. I have had to beg her to reason with the economic situation. I think that's what you mean there. But she's insistent of having 2 male children before peace can return to the family. Help out. Please, Joyce, help out. I'm suffering from high blood pressure right now, all because of this. All her family members are in support of her cause. I'm an orphan with only... with no family because I was picked up by... What kind of story is this?
He's an orphan. He got married, so he has no family to turn to, basically.
Wait, but this thing about I was picked up by the roadside?
Yeah. He was dumped. It was born and dumped and brought up in an orphanage.
Please tell me you're not trying to make this story any worse. All her family members are in support. Okay, you say I'm an orphan with no family because I was picked up on the roadside or by the roadside where I was born and dumped and brought up in an orphanage home. And for that reason, I take her family as my supposed family, anonymous. Ooh, okay. Well, now this is by some stroke of miracle. I hope that she can. She needs some educating or some education regarding this patriarchal mentality where there is express need for a male child And I'm not sure why she thinks that having 3 children or 3 female children is not enough for her. As such, she thinks her joy will only be complete if she has male children. I'm not sure if she places a form of superiority on the sexes. And obviously, in this case, it would be that she thinks that she may be a complete human if she gave birth to a male child. Now, unfortunately, her lack of education in that regard is a price you're going to pay. That's one. The other thing worth considering here is that if she disregards, I'm not sure for the threat really and the tone of it. So is she saying that she wants to go get pregnant outside, bring the baby in? Is her supposition that when she does that, she still has a marriage? I'm not sure where her head is at with that one. But then again, maybe also you are not. Okay, no, before we come to you, the other issue here worth highlighting is the fact that she's not necessarily considering the economic situation. Okay. Welcome to the world where, unfortunately, it's as though we are here to contend with evil. And it's interesting that evil can take on different forms and take on anybody. And yes, the evil one may just be the person you're in bed with. Okay, so I think both of you need to speak to her parents, and I think you need to tell her parents your position. Given that those are, say, like the highest authority, she's certainly not listening to you, so I think you should speak to her parents. Whatever you do, if you're certain that you can't afford to cater for 2 more children, I would suggest that you stand your ground and say no. So you're going to speak with her parents, you're going to tell them what the situation is, and you're going to say no. I don't know what your philosophy is about your spouse cheating on you. If she's desperate enough to want to go out, sleep, and why does she think that if she goes out, she's going to have a male child? Like, I'm not even sure what informs the certainty, except she's going to do IVF, and then she's going to want to play God and pick the sex, except that. There's no guarantee that if you go out there and lay with someone, you're going to come in. But I mean, you shouldn't bother about that, because the moment she's out the door, I think everything changes. Okay, good. You're an orphan, and I think you're trying to fight for your family. It's a good thing. But there, as you can see, you have a wife who is trying to fight you out of the family. So it does quite appear that the threat is from within. I'll suggest that you speak to her family and tell them what you want. If you can afford maybe 1 more child, good. Pray to God and hope. If you can't afford to cater to any more children, when you meet her parents, you say, this is my decision, I can't. And then I'm hoping that by now you have a ground on what it means to be pregnant outside the marriage. So if she goes out to get pregnant, I'm assuming that the other man is raising the child. Or maybe she's in the same breath suggesting that the marriage is over. Brace yourself up for that. What else again? I think that's about it. That's about it. I don't even think you should sweat it too much, but I can understand why it's troubling. If you can't raise any more children, then you can't raise any more children. If she wants the marriage to come to an end, then the marriage has to come to an end. It's painful, but it's really that straightforward. It's really that straightforward. And I don't know how mentally strong you are to become a single father raising your 3 daughters. And it's unfortunate that the last child now, I'm not sure how much loving she's going to give to that child. But I really think you should brace up for the worst. I really think so. I think you should brace up for the very worst. And how bad can it get? She leaves you and you have to be a single father. That's really how bad it gets. So I hope you're strong enough to stand by yourself. And if she's going to be a problem, she's not going to be your problem. I'll suggest that. If she's going to be a problem, you're going to ensure that she's not going to be your problem. And if what that means is the marriage is over, honey, the marriage is over. Because I'm not sure why she would disregard every other informing factor and insist that her opinion should override even the not so easy factor of raising children given the economy today. So I think it's a conversation you should have with her, and if she doesn't want to reason with you, or if the reasons or the facts will tell nothing to her, then brace up for the worst. And thank you so much for your message. It's Confessions Thursday. Sir, I lost you. May I make it back? This one says, Joyce songs are bomb. They take my mind to unimaginable places. What do you mean?
He's basically saying he doesn't blame me.
Oh, he doesn't blame you?
Yeah.
99.3 Nigeria Info. That's on your side. Welcome. Yes, it's Confessions Thursday. Thank you. Remember, when you write me, just don't say your name. We can really just begin and run through the messages, and please attempt to get to the bottom of the matter. My confession is that after my divorce in 2015, I decided not to be with or love any guy again. I struggled alone raising 3 kids. December last year, I met a guy at the bus stop. He paid for my tea fare and we exchanged contacts, okay? And as I was about to alight, he too got down, saying that was his bus stop. I was amazed when I found out that we were just 2 blocks away. Fast forward, this guy practically took care of everything. Joyce, I mean everything about me and my kids' welfare. I fell in love with him and was waiting for him to profess his feelings to me. He didn't stop visiting nor stopped paying the bills, but didn't say anything about feelings. He told me last month to follow him somewhere for a surprise, only to give me the keys to a duplex with the documents all in my name, but still didn't say anything about feelings or marriage. Then Sunday, he came as usual and handled me his
More like handed. She made a mistake.
Okay, so he came as usual and handed me his wedding invitation due November. I felt like fainting. Okay, I'll finish the message. Okay. Okay, handed you the invitation. I felt like fainting. He told me that he just feels like helping me and not having an affair with me. Okay, he also told me that he has put me on a monthly upkeep of 100,000. He blocked my line and has not come visiting again. Some guys like this, I'm heartbroken and dejected. How are you heartbroken?
She said her kids.
Oh wait, she says I'm heartbroken and dejected right now.
Yeah, she says my kids have been asking about him and I can't say anything again.
No, but it's not the kids asking that's breaking her heart. I know what I saw.
Okay. So you feel like it's her.
I mean, oh, come on, child. She's saying that she's heartbroken. Can we leave it there for a moment?
Yeah.
My issue is, why are you heartbroken? He didn't make any emotional... What? Kemi, breathe. You too would be heartbroken? You cry? Okay. But he didn't make any emotional commitments. Okay.
Why am I whispering? Oh, God, no.
The question of, are men like this? Or are some guys like this? I don't know. Sometimes you meet good people. Sometimes you meet angels.
He's a good person.
And sometimes you meet demons. Sometimes you meet the devil himself. If this is your story, I think you take it as it's been handed to you. He doesn't want to have anything to do with you. Have you even thanked God? Like, oh, well, thank God you sent me help. I appreciate it. It wasn't really what I was expecting, but you know what? I'm grateful. I don't think it's too much of a serious story. Wait, what do you mean he handed you the keys to a duplex? Is it rent-free or is the house in your name?
He said it's in her name.
Should we all just sit around here and be stupid? Like, what do you mean?
That's what she said. Let me check it again. Okay, that part says, where is it? Yeah, so keys to duplex with the documents all in my name. But still didn't say anything about feelings or marriage. At that point, I'm married there. In my head. Actually.
Okay, you know what? Maybe these things happen. But why would someone hand you a house with your name on it and you don't know what he does and you don't know where the source of money is from and you take it? Why would you do that?
I didn't.
First, if you're sure that he gave you a duplex with your name on it, return it. You return it. Why? Kemi, you're desperate?
No.
You have a throat? Because I see you're trying to advise her not to return the house.
No.
Okay, good. Return it.
I'm just looking at you. Can I just look in peace?
Return it, because you don't know what it means. Like, who gives you a house? Who just gives you a house? And is not even trying, like, who just, and then disappears? Who just gives you a house? If the government shows up tomorrow and then there are some issues, like, who's speaking?
I understand that side.
Who's speaking? What if, some of the proceeds of the building is of the blood of something or someone?
Yes, that's side too.
All right. Well, stay alive, and thank you very much for your confession. Someone said he doubts the story. Well, I mean, they're angels and demons. You never know. Maybe the angel came by and said, "Verily, verily, I say unto you."
As you have 3 children, you don't need to suffer. Take the house.
People are saying the story is false. Yeah. I mean, we've seen better movie scripts, but let's just assume for what it's worth that it's true. Then I would say you can't accept the gift. You should not accept the gift. Someone is asking, Joyce, the movie script you just read out, are there still angels? Of course there are angels. Of course.
So they can't wait to meet mine. So you're looking to
Nigerians and Destiny Helpers. So you're sitting around waiting for...
I love all of us. This is group chats.
Okay, so this one goes, I personally hate that the woman forcing her husband to impregnate her. We're going to come back to that in a moment. Let's quickly go to the telephone lines. It's Confessions Thursday.
Hello, Joy.
Welcome. It's Confessions Thursday. Do you have a confession?
Yeah. Just want to say a few words to the man that the wife said, give me a male child.
Yeah.
For the woman to say that she's going to go out, I mean, that's a little stupid. Don't threaten such things. And for the man, I mean, there are problems that can be solved without much ado. It's just an extra trial. I use the agreement. If you try this one, if it turns out a daughter, what do we do? Do we stop? And if he says yes, then if it's a jump on her, give her a good orgasm, and pray that you get a male child, and life goes on smoothly. There are problems that can be solved without much.
Yeah, but he also saying that economically he can't afford it.
It's 2 of them. Sometimes you have to sacrifice for the sake of your marriage.
Okay, so basically are you advising him to say, well, both of us are going to contribute to raise this extra one if indeed it's not a...
Yeah, but first of all, what if it turns out to be a daughter? Do we stop? Or do we keep looking until we get to 20 children because we are looking for... Do you understand?
Okay, all right. I'm sure he would consider... he can consider that.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you. I mean, singles can barely breathe. Like 3 kids? Confessions Thursday.
Hi, Lady J.
Do you have a confession? Welcome.
Good afternoon, ma'am.
Welcome. Do you have a confession?
Just 1 minute. This guy, I don't think he should think of what that woman said he should do. You've had 3 kids, the economic situation and everything. Just reason together with her. It seems you've always given her way with issues or around issues. And so she's capitalizing on that. She knows your history, she knows your story, and she's always, trying to have her way at all times. If she wants to go the extra mile, it's her business. You are not pressuring her. She's the one bringing this pressure on herself and on the marriage. So if you say you don't want it because of economic pressure, I think you stand a chance. You have your own whims and caprices to decide that. Don't let her lord it over you, in my own opinion.
Thank you so much for calling. I appreciate it. This one goes, the lady who sent the message with the housing offer or gift says he has a very good job with a good pay. I know where he works. I hate it when people are saying it's a fake story. It happened to me. And all is from me. I'm not dumb. Okay. All right. Okay. If you insist this is your story and you're sticking with it, we accept it with you. You got a house. He's catering to you and your kids. He's going to marry somebody else. That's all you get. And I guess you should be grateful to God that you have maybe been assisted to some sensible degree that allows you not bother about some of the very issues that a lot more other people, particularly single mothers, are bothered about. So there's really no need for you to be heartbroken. I understand the disappointment, really, but you can really shake it off and be grateful that God thought you worthy to be good to you. So don't bother about it. I don't see the need for the heartbreak. Because in the end, it's not like you loved him. It wasn't like he was catering to you. That's why you like him. So, yeah, you see that. Yeah, let's assume he's married to someone he's in love with. Because you really don't love him. You just like the fact that he's helpful. So you can shake it off, honey. And wait. Yours will come by. All right. 99.3 Nigeria Info. We're off on a break. We'll be right back. When we return, it's Confessions Thursday on Nigeria Info. Don't go anywhere.
and information coming up. We'll be back in a moment.
Hi, I'm Natasha Kimani. I'm a governance and public policy expert and the host of Talk to Me Direct podcast. Talk to Me Direct is produced by Luminate. Luminate is a global foundation working to ensure that everyone, especially those underrepresented, have the information, rights, and power to influence decisions that affect their lives. In the next episode, we dissect the power of youth organizing in building strong democracies with Chineye Uwanaka.
Start where you are. It's okay to start small. You don't despise the days of all beginnings, But with persistency, with perseverance, you get to your destination.
Like and subscribe to Talk to Me Direct wherever you get your podcasts.
Get ready to celebrate excellence across borders at the Marketing Edge National Summit and Awards 2024. We are engaging with stakeholders in the industry and honoring those who have achieved outstanding feats in the integrated marketing communications sector. Virtual Summit is Friday, 27th September 2024. Time is 9 a.m. and the Edge Award is Saturday, 28th September 2024. Venue, Balmoral Convention Center, Sheraton Hotel, Ikeja, Lagos. Time is 6 p.m. The Marketing Edge Summit and Awards 2024. Celebrating excellence beyond borders. Marketing Edge. Promoting the brand idea.
Attention, all secondary schools, get ready to speak up, stand out, and make your voice heard. I Beg to Differ Secondary School Debate Tournament Season 8 is here. If you have the passion, the skills, and the will to win, this is your moment. Auditions for this year's season kicks off on Monday, September 16th and run until September 30th. Don't miss this chance to compete with the brightest minds in Lagos. How to enter? Visit www.nigeriainfo.fm. Click on the I Beg Differ banner on the homepage. Choose only one out of 3 topics listed. Argue 2 minutes in favor of and 2 minutes against the topic you chose. Upload your 4-minute recording in MP3 format. Fill in your other details and submit. This is open to secondary school students between the ages of 13 and 16. Register now and prove that you have what it takes to be an I Beg to Differ champion. I Beg to Differ Debate Season 8, the Tournament of Champions.
You are listening to your number one station for talk.
Your number one station for talk.
99.3 Nigeria Info. Let's talk.
99.3 Nigeria Info Lagos. If you are on sunny side, well, let me tell you that there's money for you to be won. No? If you're on WhatsApp Lagos, you saw how 3 people won 20,000 naira back to back to back. Well, your chance to win that same money has come now. Don't say we did not tell you, because we would draw the winner's name soon, or the winner's numbers, and trust me, you want your number to be the one to come out, because this economy, 20,000 can actually go a long way, even if it's short. I know, I understand, but it can actually do something, okay? And guess what? You don't want to also miss out on the Independence Day jackpot. That's 5 million naira on ground for people, okay? Throughout that day, they'll be giving away 5 million naira, and you want to take your own share out of that 5 million naira. The good news is that any ticket bought from 16th of September to the 1st of October automatically just qualifies you for the Independence Day jackpot. So to play, just go to www.oneplay.ng. That's the website, okay? Or you can dial *347 *880 *3# to play. Remember, pick your station Nigeria Info. Play with 500 naira. Follow the instructions. Oh, don't say I didn't tell you. The more you play, the greater your chances of winning. So if you play on the website or you dial the code, your chances of winning are all equal. I wish you good luck, okay? I'll come back and give you my gist. If you play, stay close to your phone. Oh, you don't want to miss the winning call.
Let us stand in the gaps for you
and connect you to the rest of the world.
And Russia's defense minister Sergei Shoigu is shown on state television visiting troops fighting in Ukraine. The Organization of the Petroleum Exporting Countries has raised Nigeria's oil production quota.
in all we do. We remain committed to informing you.
It's 99.3 Nigeria Info.
Your station for talk.
It's 1:00.
The news update on 99.3 Nigeria Info.
Reactions have continued to trail the recent increase in interest rate as announced by the Monetary Policy Committee of the Central Bank of Nigeria. An associate professor of economics at the Benson Idahosa University, Benin City, Friday Ogbomo, describes the CBN's approach as inflation targeting. He warns that it will have very serious impact on businesses as well as borrowing from deposit money banks. In another view, an investment banker and financial analyst Adetilewa Adebajo says the move by the CBN is necessary to reach inflation. And according to him, the nation's economy will not grow when inflation is above 11%. Adetilewa added that the Apex Bank has also adopted another approach like constricted liquidity, which has put cash reserve ratio in deposit money banks at 50%. Residents of the Koka Aguda, Ija, Sonya and environs have embarked on a peaceful protest to Sonya Agangwa EKDC offices. They are protesting the unauthorized migration to Band A. During the protest, the leadership of the group, Femi Said and Andrew Biosa, demanded the immediate reversal to Band B. They equally demanded a refund of bills paid to EKEDC since July, when they moved the area to Band A without their consent. Responding to the protesters, the commercial manager, Orile District of the EKEDC, Sunday Babalola, said the migration of all bands was handled by the National Electricity Regulatory Commission, the NERC. The Lagos State Police Commissioner Ishola Olariwaju says he will smoke out criminals from the state just as he declares war on crime in Lagos. The CP at his inaugural media briefing paraded 98 suspected criminals and emphasized a proactive approach to dismantling criminal networks across the state. He said that his strategy includes partnering with road transport unions to tackle one-chance robberies. And Lebanon state-run news agency says an Israeli airstrike in Lebanon hit a building housing Syrian worker, killing 23 of those workers and injuring 8 other people. The national news agency says the strike occurred in the country's northeast near the ancient city of Baalbek, which runs along the Syrian border. The agency quoted the mayor of the village of Yunin, Ali Kassas, as saying that the bodies of 23 Syrian citizens were pulled from under the rubble. He said 4 Syrians and Fulanese were wounded. That's the news update this hour. You are listening to The Sunny Side with Joyce. It is Confessions Thursday. Stay here, Lagos. I am Yvonne Ohaifo. Good afternoon to you.
On Confessions Thursday, we open the cupboard's to secrets.
Is that a skeleton I see?
Child, bite your tongue. Well, they say good walls make good neighbors.
Wait, you mean gist, right?
Confessions Thursday with Joyce on Nigeria Info. 99.3 Nigeria Info, the sunny side. Confessions Thursday. It's so good to have you here. Remember, turn up the volume of your radio set and you don't say your name.
Yeah, good afternoon.
Welcome. Do you have a confession, my friend?
No, Joyce, I want to contribute to your program.
Sure, please. Go ahead.
Yes. The woman, the single mother that got a parting gift of a duplex. That's Michael Dia's story. They call it Go Go. Bye-bye.
Oh, really? Yeah.
You don't know that thing.
Well, I saw the trend.
Go.
Yeah, but I don't know the backstory. So the joke's lost on me. Hello. Maybe she's been listening to the Lords of Logic based off of the laws of attraction. She's trying to call it to herself. But We'll talk about the laws of attraction and the laws of logic and the issues with that. Hello, welcome.
Good afternoon, ma.
Welcome. It's Confessions Thursday. Do you have a confession?
I want to advise Fatima where your wife wants to come.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
You took her and her family as your own family. Now you are setting her that can give you a shock of your life that can affect your health. Don't be intimidated and stand around as a woman. Not only you the offer and they plenty for her, and some of them married. But if you have seen the decision, please count 14 after her menstruation. On the 15th day and the 16th and 17th day, now enter her if you have seen the decision. But if you don't want to, let her go. Let me stop intimidating you, Jerry. Thank you very much.
All right, thank you. 99.3 Nigeria Info, that's Tony Side. There was a message from last week, a gentleman who said he had a child out of wedlock, and initially, I think 3 weeks ago actually, sent in a message saying, well, he doesn't know what to do because the mother of the child outside wedlock wants the child to come live with him. And so I said, well, tell your wife. So last week he said, you advised last week that I break the news of my daughter with the other woman to her, my wife, and let her know. I did on Saturday night and hell broke loose. Eventually, the family waited in and she has agreed to accept her, but she won't come to live with us until she's 10. And then he adds that I'm confused as to what to do now. The confusion is the mother of the child says she wants her to come and stay with me as her husband. Oh, wait, I didn't even see that. The confusion is that the mother of the child says she wants to come and stay with me as her husband doesn't want her around. My wife said until the child's 10. Yeah. The other woman's husband doesn't want the child around. My wife said until she's 10. You're the father. That's your child. You're going to leave your child in the streets. Look, you shouldn't have done this. Honest to God. So here's what I can suggest. But then there's a tragedy that can occur. Is that if you take your daughter somewhere else and they don't raise your daughter well, your daughter will become different from, the children raised by your wife. And I don't know how much good can come your way in that regard, where your children can truly love each other, and this other child you have outside of wedlock is not going to be mentally just broken or damaged, and worse, even abused wherever you take her. If you have close family that you can take her to, that would be your first option until she's 10. Otherwise, you would have to beg heaven to help beg your wife. I think it would be better if your daughter lived with you. It would be a lot better. It's good for the formative years of a child to grow up with a loving parent. It shapes the mind of the child. And beg heaven to beg your wife. Nothing is impossible. Really, nothing is impossible. That's what you have to do. That's your child. So you have a responsibility both to God and to that child. And I'm glad that you would send a message in for some direction. You have to take up that. And actually, I would say the first thing you should do is pray to heaven to help you beg your wife. Then if after all is said and done and your wife says no, then you can look for a close family. But the best choice here would be for your child to grow up with your other children so that there isn't that mental separation. Because what happens is if this one doesn't grow up with a family, there's a higher chance that she's going to be isolated, and you don't know how the other person is going to treat her. That's even what's worse. So that's my concern. I mean, you may end up being lucky and the other family loves her so well, but in the absence of just being certain about that, your child may end up being abused. So, yeah, beg heaven to beg her. Hello, welcome to Confessions Thursday.
Okay.
It's Confessions Thursday, 99.3 Nigeria Info. Remember, when you're calling, you don't say your name. Turn up the volume of your radio set.
Yeah, good afternoon.
You have a confession?
I want to seek an advice.
Let's hear you.
Okay, let me stay anonymous.
You should be.
I'm a married man for close to 15 years. And in 2-3 years back now, I discovered that my wife is kind of being I don't know how to put it. He's being jealous. Each time I talk to a woman or a lady, it's always describing I'm having something to do with them. At the instance where the whole thing started, I thought it was a joke. But as the day goes by, I discover it's becoming so serious and serious. So in a situation like this, and the truth about the whole thing is that since I got married to her, I've never had any dealing with any woman. I've never had any girlfriend. It's only her. But when she started behaving like this, and it's giving me a concern, I'm kind of, I don't understand.
All right.
Even where we are living, if the female tenants, I hardly talk to them just to appease my wife. At the slightest of any disagreement, he becomes so angry and moody. He doesn't talk to me for days. So I'm kind of confused, and it's giving me worries. I don't want the whole thing to go out of the way, so I'm kind of seeking for an advice.
What does your wife want from you?
You said?
What does she want from you, your wife?
He's always asking each time I talk to women.
Yeah, I know, but so what she wants from you is she doesn't want you speaking to anyone or women in particular.
He's always in her mind thinking that most are like I am or whatever.
But you know, what's the chat with other women about? You know, like why do you have? So I mean, now that it's an actual issue, you know, are you always just chatting with women? Like you find them good company?
I don't even have good company with women. The only thing is that if you see me discussing with women, his mind will be left that I'm having something to do with them.
Yeah, so the question is, what are you discussing? Because maybe even, I mean, if it's pointless gist, yeah, maybe she should be bothered. It's like...
The last that took place is where we were living. One of the women, one of the female tenants was having an issue with the lady, the owner of the house. So the lady was talking to me if I can appeal on her behalf. And as he was talking to me, my wife had it. And he was like, what are you discussing with the woman? What are you discussing with the lady? Why is he talking to you? Why didn't you go and ask any other person? Must it be you and all whatever?
Yeah.
And the girl came to me and confided in me that he see me as someone that is responsible and someone that is matured.
You can't be the only responsible, mature person now that your wife's complaining. Honey, look, let me tell you. I want you to live long. And I want you to live not just long in a crazy world. I want you to live long in a crazy world with peace at home. If your wife don't like their faces become ugly. Period.
So what do I do?
Once they greet you, just good morning, turn. Because I think your wife here needs some sort of reassurance from you that you're really... No. I think you are assuring her verbally. She has to see it. Do you understand? She has to see it. She has to get from off your body language that you're not so readily available to everybody who wants to have a chit chat. Now, there may be nothing wrong with what you're doing, but you have a wife who may have honest reasons to be concerned, or is just insecure. So it could be one or the other.
I do understand what you are saying, but all these things have started happening 3 years back. Like I told you, I've been married for her for 15 years now. I've never had anything called relationship with anybody. And I've been telling her.
So 3 years ago, what happened?
I don't have time for this.
Yeah, but what happened? 3 years ago.
I don't understand. I think for the past 3 years ago, I noticed that this has started happening. Each time I talk to people, he becomes jealous, he becomes angry and all whatever.
Okay.
I don't know.
So it's
getting me upset.
Yeah, no. Don't get upset. Let's re-strategize. Do you love your wife?
I love that. That's why I've never had any relationship with anybody.
So let's assume that God is about to help you right now. I think it would be good to love on your wife. I think you should buy her things, take her out, find gist for both of you. I think you need to spend a little bit more time, like consciously.
Let me shock you. He's the type that doesn't like going out.
Oh yeah, and bring the Ludo and bring it home. You know, like buy the suya, bring it home. Buy the mat, consider it under the twilight and play the card. Maybe she doesn't like. Okay, fine. Then bring the game home. Bring gist home. Find movies that young people are talking about on social media. Turn on Netflix. Watch something. Yeah, maybe that's what she needs now that she's not getting. So I think you can reverse the thinking where you love on her instead, rather than get into an argument with her because she's reacting to something. I mean, she could be crazy, but what if she's not crazy? Like, what if there's an honest reason for her to be concerned? So we don't even know that she's crazy or it's an honest reason. Let's just assume it's an honest reason. And that's the fair way to look at it.
I don't think she's not crazy.
Yeah, so then she's reacting to something. Good. Good. And the answer, but the answer to that is not going to be a fight. Because you see, once my head is fight mode, whatever will happen, will happen. And I think you can still salvage this because you don't have much of a problem here. I think so.
Okay, but I'm kind of confused.
So that's why I'm saying that you can use your mind to change the outcome of her reaction. So love on her. Buy things for her. She doesn't want to go out. Buy it, bring it home. Gist with her, tease her, tell her you love her, tell her she's beautiful, buy her a new dress, buy her slippers, just small that you can afford. Just little things. So that she can see that you are being interested in her and you are paying her attention. Then at least if she's jealous when other women greet you, we know why she's jealous. She's trying to save her husband. Now we're not even sure. Yeah? You know what? Let me ask Lagos men to call in and tell you how they have ended up not dying when it was their turn. How about that?
Let me.
All right, good. Thank you so much for calling. Fellow Nigerians, Lagos men that have almost died but didn't die, and they had this kind of situation. I'm glad you're alive. You are alive for such a day as this. What was your strategy? It's Nigeria Info. It's Confessions Thursday. My name's Joyce. Welcome. Turn off the volume of your radio set. You know that rule. We're Nigeria Info. Don't say your name if you have a confession.
Hello?
Yeah, welcome. Do you have a confession?
No, I just want to advise the man that just
1 minute. Run away.
All right. You see, one question I started to ask him is the wife busy? Does she have anything doing? Or is she just sit at home, just a housewife? Because it's only a housewife that will have time for all that. If she were to be busy, maybe she has her own business or she's working. I don't think she'd be that. But this is obsession. Just the right word to use. She's just being obsessed. You can't tell a man not to greet neighbor. It's not possible.
Yeah, but
if the reverse were to be the case, let's assume it is the man that is demonstrating this level of jealousy. Come on, women will come hard on that man. So I think if she's not busy, you should get her something doing. She should be busy.
Right.
If she's busy, she will have less time for all those emotional attachments. Come on, no one is an island.
Thank you so much for calling. I appreciate it. All right. Welcome. It's Confessions Thursday.
Hello, Joyce.
Welcome. Do you have a confession?
No. Yes, I have similar problem with my woman.
Okay, sure. Go ahead. Hello? All right, I lost you. Welcome, Confessions Thursday.
Lady J, I wouldn't really call that obsession. She could feel insecure, the woman in question. I remember there was a time I was always, chit-chatting with my landlord. And I saw the wife's mood. And so I said to myself, I'd cut every form of chit-chat. We just talk about politics, everything, family, basically. But when I discovered that she was not really cool with it, I had to detach myself and, I had to merge both of them together and infuse her into our discussion. She may feel insecure, whatever it is, her instinct, whatever it is. Even if she's busy, she'll still be doing that monitoring spirit of everything. So the man should just find a way to go around it.
All right.
It all boils down to both of them. Thank you.
Thank you. Look, I think love is that joker that works just about every time, except it's a demon you're leaving with. Gentlemen, for me, I would say you need to start thinking of all the ways that you can love her. All the ways you can love her. You have to try. You don't even know how artistic you are until you really get in the mood. Every language, every time zone, every time on the clock, every weather, every season. Just that's what I think you should start thinking about. If that don't work, then honey, we have a problem. But try that loving. That loving is a joker. Welcome. Confessions Thursday. Lost you. Make it back, Nigeria. Info you on the sunny side. My name's Joyce. Hey.
Hello.
You have a confession?
No, I want to react to...
Real quick. 1 minute.
I used to be in a similar situation.
Mm-hmm.
I'm also like married for close to 15 years.
Mm-hmm.
But what I discovered is that this thing never really truly goes away. You know, but you could just find a way to minimize it. You know, at one time, when my wife was all over the whole thing, it even pushed me to start crushing on someone. I was even laughing. I started crushing on one of them, and I was like...
That's not the reason you were crushing on the other person. Honey, hold on. Let's straighten the lines. Your wife...
I'm the one in this thing. I know what I'm telling you. I really love my wife. I really, truly, truly love her.
You love your wife? All right.
Yeah. But it was just a crush, nothing more than that.
So what happened, finally?
Finally, if I have to interact
with
emails, I make sure I don't do it in presence of my wife.
Problem.
That's one way to get out of it. Make sure it's not visible to her. You have to be in touch with people. You have to communicate with people, male, female, whatever. But once I realize it, even if it's a phone call like coming from a female, I try to avoid it. I don't take it in presence of my wife because I know the kind of person she is.
So you didn't quite fix the problem. You just avoided it. All right, great. Maybe it's another way to stay alive.
You know, fixing. That's why I say fixing might not really be fixed, but you just have to kind of, you know, have to find a way around.
All right.
It.
Okay. Well, I'm glad you're alive. Hey.
Have you?
All right. Thank you for calling. There are no lovers around here. Like this. This is a ghost town. There are no lovers here. Like, what do you do with all the grace that heaven has afforded you? You don't love? All right. No wonder you guys are struggling. Hello.
Hello.
It's Confessions Thursday. Do you have a confession?
Yes. I know. I don't have confession. I want to put on that money.
Okay, 1 minute, real quick.
Please, I have a similar problem in my home.
Mm-hmm.
But what I did is that when I found out that my wife is in that kind of attitude, I started to avoid other women around her. So when I see her coming or when I'm going home, even at times my wife carried my phone and be checking the calls that I make.
Yeah.
So there's a day I caught her checking my phone. Even she asked me, why did I call this person? What is the connection between me and this person? So I don't know what to say her. Because that one is a customer. Because I'm there with I'm a businessman. So when if I try to explain to her, she will not listen to me. She will just be vibrating, be shouting.
I can't be the
so what I did, I try to avoid, anytime I'm with her or at home, I don't like receiving calls for any woman or call. Because, and again, I change my way of, if I know your name, I will not use your name to store your number on my phone. I will use something that nobody will understand and store the numbers. So that I will not be seeing that problem in my home.
Thank you so much for calling. All right. You don't know? Nobody's here. Am I the only one? The voice in the wilderness? The lone voice in the wilderness?
Change your ways.
Do you know how that love card works? That's a bloody miracle right there. Like, okay. I guess avoiding the problem has been the formula. Okay. Welcome. Turn up the volume of your radio set. Hello, real quick. Yeah?
Is that it doesn't end. Sometimes it gets suicidal or it could lead to murder. As long as you continue entertaining it, it's going to go. If that woman were to be married to my kind of person, maybe she will go and commit suicide someday because I'm an extrovert. You can't expect me to live in isolation, not talking to people. Hello? This man said he has been living with someone for 15 years.
Okay, all right.
This insecurity.
Now you called me back.
Just three years ago.
It's
three
okay.
years. So what is the source or what is the reason behind that insecurity? Why is she insecure?
Why are you only asking the question now? Why? You imagine you had...
The question is this. Why is she 3 years she started being insecure?
Exactly. Don't you think something... Okay, thank you for calling. We're off on a break.
There's something is hiding.
Yeah, that's exactly... No, she's not hiding it. Oh, Lord, these men are ordinary.
Off on a break.
More talk, news, and sports after this.
Everyone is talking about the Edge Awards. It is 2 days of celebrating unparalleled excellence across borders. So make it a date with us at the Marketing Edge National Summit and Awards 2024. Virtual Summit is Friday, 27th September 2024. Time is 9 a.m. And the Edge Awards is Saturday, 28th September 2024. Venue, Balmoral Convention Center, Sheraton Hotel, Ikeja, Lagos. Time is 6 p.m. The Marketing Edge Summit and Awards 2024, celebrating excellence beyond borders. Marketing Edge, promoting the brand idea.
Attention, all secondary schools, get ready to speak up, stand out, and make your voice heard. I Beg to Differ Secondary School Debate Tournament Season 8 is here. If you have the passion, the skills, and the will to win, this is your moment. Auditions for this year's season kicks off on Monday, September 16th and run until September 30th. Don't miss this chance to compete with the brightest minds in Lagos. How to enter? Visit www.nigeriainfo.fm. Click on the I Beg to Differ banner on the homepage. Choose only one out of 3 topics listed. Argue 2 minutes in favor of and 2 minutes against the topic you chose. Upload your 4-minute recording in MP3 format. Fill in your other details and submit. This is open to secondary school students between the ages of 13 and 16. Register now and prove that you have what it takes to be an I Beg to Differ champion. I Beg to Differ Debate Season 8, the Tournament of Champions.
He is a proud patriot of the Edo Nation, spreading humor across the globe. And now, he's bringing loads of laughter from Edo to Eko as Davic Empire presents Edo in Eko with MC Edo Piquet, a step from the ancient city. Comedy by Akbaroro, Acapella, Boko Master, MC Casino, Sarki Daria, MC Monica, Abaria.com, Action, Madiba, Young Chief, MOP, The Saint, MC Yanis and many. Music by Influence Akaba and Wanda Cole. Date is Sunday, 29th September. Venue, Eco Hotels, VI Lagos. Time 7 p.m. Tickets regular 5K, VIP 25K. Gold table 1.5 million naira and premium table 2.5 million naira. Get your tickets online at ariatickets.com. For inquiries and table reservations, please call 0818-856-1636. Edo in Echo is sponsored by AY Homes, Great IB Exchange, Legend Twist, Ace Root, Golda, Goldbed Black, Fayruz, and Landsmith Construction. Packaged by Landray Mako Events and branded by Star Station. Media partner, Cool Wazobia Info.
No government control over PMS pricing. This statement clarifies that the pricing of premium motor spirit, PMS, is determined by market forces, not by the government or NNPCL. Market forces influence PMS pricing. PMS prices are dictated by supply and demand, global oil prices, and operational costs, which create a competitive market environment. Fuel acquisition rates from Dangote Refinery. NNPC Limited procured fuel from Dangote Refinery at 898 naira per litre to ensure fair pricing for Nigerians. Fuel prices, despite market prices around 1,100 naira per litre, NNPC Limited provided fuel to Nigerians at the rate of 620 naira per litre, though this is no longer sustainable. Misconception about government pricing control. There is a false belief that government controls Dangote's pricing when in fact NNPC Limited negotiated the price down from over 900 naira per litre. Competitive market landscape. NNPC Limited directed Dangote to sell fuel to other marketers to maintain competition and ensure free pricing in line with the Petroleum Industry Act. A call for awareness. In conclusion, we urge all Nigerians to be informed and critical when consuming information, especially on economic issues and fuel pricing. It's crucial that public discussions are based on facts, not speculation, so we can address challenges with honesty and transparency. The Yoruba Stakeholders Assembly is dedicated to creating an informed society that drives Nigeria forward a sustainable and fact-based future. Signed, Comrade Daya Olawale, Convener, Yoruba Stakeholders Assembly.
99.3 Nigeria Info, your number one station for talk. Let's talk.
You're listening to Confessions Thursday with Joyce on the sunny side.
Honey, 99.3 Nigeria info. Look, I make rules around here. All right, great. 99.3 Nigeria info, the sunny side. It's 1:30 on the clock. Someone says, Joyce, you're filled with so much ideas. You'll make a good therapist here in the States. Emeka from the USA. Emeka, if I got a penny every time I've been told to leave Nigeria, I probably wouldn't have to leave anymore because I'd have made all the money in the world. All right, yeah, I'm gonna consider. No, I'm gonna have to sit with y'all. No. Okay, maybe I'll think about it. All right, good. So back to the gist. Are you guys not terrified of being so ordinary? Do you know what it means to be worthy of majesty? Do you have any comprehension of what it would be to give your heart to something fully? Have you ever thought that to love someone is an honor? It's like the honor of your life to love someone. And I think I want you to see it. You're not doing the person a favor. It is the honor of your life to spend the days of your life in service of love, and better for you if it's one person. So I'm going to read the messages in the comment. You won't believe I don't believe what people are saying. Someone says send her away. Wait, so the problem, if you just tuned in, welcome. The problem of her jealousy kicked off 3 years ago. I'm of the opinion that something triggered it. Now, I have the possibility that she could be crazy. The other option is that something triggered it, like something informs this sudden insecurity. So, in order to at least attempt to get to the root of what the problem is, I think that the joker is that you love them, that you love on them. You cannot be with someone whom you say you love, and if I say love on them, it becomes a little difficult. Because I think that's one way you can change the mind. Her mind is somewhere, and we need a mind shift. Okay, WhatsApp.
Okay. Joyce, about the man with the jealous wife, the only solution is to send the wife packing or separate from her for some time. A jealous woman is very dangerous. A woman who can kill for no reason. So it's best to separate from her before it's too late.
Next.
Max from Ikoyi. The man whose wife is jealous of him should tell his wife to choose for him the company to keep forced to avoid, religion to believe in, lifestyle to imbibe. She is such a domineering and insecure being, and he must call her to order or quit such a monitoring spirit.
Another send her away message. This one says, wait, did I lose you? This one says, women should grow up, get busy, stop sniffing around their husbands, go make money, learn a skill, make enough money, buy peace of mind. Honey. You see, that's the problem with your illusions. You suppose that you can purchase peace off Amazon. No, you can't quite buy peace. You can't. All right, good. I think I understand the import. But are we trying to save the marriage, or are we just filing for divorce today? I thought we're trying to save the marriage here. He says he loves his wife. He likes her. He doesn't want to lose his marriage. I show up with a solution, and half of all of you are saying he should quit the marriage. All right, we'll try a few more messages on this one.
Huh.
Is it crazy? Oh, Lord.
Joyce, to the man whose wife is accusing him of having something with other women. From the story, it's obvious that his wife is cheating on him.
Lord,
with a married man. Hence the suspicion
possibly
that the husband is doing the same.
Okay.
He should check the wife well. It's a common sign.
Yeah. Okay. So when there is a problem, like you like someone, and something changes, I think the first thing you want to do is you want to stop them and say, I think you've changed and I don't know why, but I'd like to know why. Did I do something I can fix? That's you attempting. And then they're going to say something. And then in this regard, they're going to say, well, you're speaking to these women and I don't like it. Evidently, you already know the math. You know she's either insecure or you have given her justifications to suspect that you're probably a little too free in these streets where she even feels unsafe. So I'm saying, I can't believe I have to repeat myself. Okay. Welcome to Nigeria Info. Okay. So this is one of those days I'm not the one who is shouting divorce. You guys are now the ones shouting divorce. Welcome to the show. How are you? Turn off the volume of your radio set.
Hello, good afternoon.
Afternoon to you, lady. Welcome. Tell us. No, you have a confession, right?
No, I want to contribute.
Turn off the volume of your radio set, honey.
Okay. I said I want to contribute.
Your radio is still on.
Call me when you turn off the volume of your radio set. Hello. Hello.
Hello, good afternoon.
Turn off the... The Lord will fight for me. I'll hold my peace. Hello. No, don't call me back, please. At least not yet. We'll have to hear other people. Hello, welcome. It's Confessions Thursday.
Hello, good afternoon, Joyce.
Welcome. Do you have a confession?
No, I want to talk about the man that complained that his wife suddenly
1 minute.
Yes. You see, once a woman notices that a man has stepped up in terms of maybe financial, maybe becoming more financially okay, or all of a sudden he became from an illiterate to a graduate, maybe if he has improved in one way or the other, in most cases, not all cases, that is what happens. That is what you get from the woman.
What in heaven's name are you guys
That
on
is the
about?
problem.
That's
Hello,
not
can I
his
continue?
story. That's not... You're making this up. That's not the story. Are you speaking to the issue?
No, listen, wait. The woman suddenly became a nagging problem to the man. Is that not the situation? She started complaining, she started suspecting the man. Hello? That's the first thing. Secondly, you see, they've been like that for so long. The man has not looked the other way, he has been faithful. Most of the men
All right.
are like that.
So you think now the man has money and the wife's jealous? That's what you think?
No, we are the factor of jealousy. When you just listen to this, just one more. When the man becomes so faithful, a lot of the time, the wife does that to them. If she has been suspicious, you see, once she sees that kind of a thing, it won't bother
Thank you
her.
so much for calling. I appreciate it. What is that? Wait, if the man became so faithful, then now the woman has become suspicious. If the man had been a prostitute in the street, then
Maybe
can
she would
you
have
hear
been
your logic?
suspicious.
Maybe I even just go.
That's why it's called the streets.
No, I'm about to go to America. I don't even think it's easier in America, but what? Okay.
How does the paper say hi?
Hello, George.
Do you have a confession?
Yeah, I was the one that called to complain, and I was the one that called to seek for an advice. I just want to correct one impression because it seems that you are stressing on because I said I noticed after 3 years, since 3 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
This thing is something that was happening gradually. I think that when we at the initial stage.
Okay, I've lost you.
It's network. Call us back.
You want to really tell me how much of a problem you have that you're not going to try to fix. All right, then file a divorce. That's where we are right now. Just call me back so I can just tell you to get a divorce. That's where we are. Thank you so much for calling. Hello.
Hello, good afternoon.
You have a confession.
Not confession, but a contribution.
Turn off the volume of your radio set. I can hear myself.
okay.
I don't want to hear myself.
Am I better?
Turn off the volume of your radio sets and we're good.
I'm far from my radio.
50 seconds.
Yes.
99.3 Nigeria Info. Turn off the volume of your radio set. It's Confessions Thursday.
Yes, in reaction to that guy about his fabulous. See, it's not about I'm a extrovert. You cannot stop me. The man is probably a sanguine. I know those people are the most unreasonable people. They don't really care about the other person's emotion. I would tell him that you don't cause problem. I don't really see that as any problem. You have to really understand your woman, what is bothering her. You understand? If she sees and if she says she doesn't like you, talk. What is bro? You love her. It's not the other person you love. It's not the other person you are getting married to you or you are married to. You have to please her. You understand? Now I will I'll ask him if the wife is the type he can really gist with, talk something like politics, sports, anything. You can gist in the house, stuff like that. You can continue to gist with her. But on the other hand, you cannot say, like the other person say, you cannot stop me from talking to people. Yes, if she doesn't want it, why not stop it? There's no problem. You understand? People really need to know what the other person wants and stop thinking it's always about themselves alone all the time.
Thank
it's
you
not
so much
about
for
yourself all
calling.
the time. You
All
understand?
right.
You both of you need to understand what you people want.
Thank you for
Not
calling.
always
Really,
about
I
yourself.
appreciate it. Thank you. It's all right. We can get a divorce if it's this hard to interpret. Welcome to the show. It's Confessions Thursday. Please remember, turn off the volume of your radio set. When you're calling, you don't say your name.
Hello.
Welcome. Do you have a confession? Nigeria Info. It's Confessions Thursday.
Hello, good afternoon.
Welcome, lady. Do you have a confession?
No, I'm not a lady, I'm a guy.
We need to do something to that voice then. All right. Good to have you. Thank you so much for being here. What's your confession?
Not a confession, I just want to
1 minute.
say something about, okay. Well, as for me, as a man, I will just keep it straight. If you don't love me, there's no need to see yourself around me. Yes. Because if you say you love me and you are always available for any living being that can talk, that means you don't care about my emotions and how I feel. You can't claim you love a woman and you're always only suspicious conversations with other women outside. It doesn't make any sense.
All right, got it, man.
In a relationship or in a marriage.
So you think that this man doesn't love his wife enough?
He doesn't.
All right.
Because if he loves a woman, he would care about how she feels.
Got it.
About who and who is conversing with always.
Thank you so much for
So
calling. I
there's no love
appreciate it.
there.
All right, got it. 99.3 Nigeria Info. It's Confessions Thursday. We need to move on to something else, right? The gentleman was going to call in. He doesn't appear to fancy my idea of love, so you know what? I take it back. Love is a thing for kings. I almost gave you too much credit at this point. All right, great. It's all right. You can join other commoners, other ordinary humans who would not love but will strife. Yeah, live in this world. Welcome. It's Confessions Thursday.
Hello? Yes.
Welcome.
Good afternoon.
Yeah. Do you have a confession?
So, no, I concerning manners why.
1 minute. 1 minute. 1 minute. 1 minute.
Yeah. So I just want to make reference to this movie that Ben Affleck did, Gone Girl, about marrying a psychotic wife and something, and the wife always getting jealous. So the man should quickly run
All right.
as fast as possible before
Sure.
he gets stabbed in his sleep.
Wow.
Thank you so much.
Who needs horror movies? If your imagination goes from base to the gates of hell. All right. Confessions. What's up?
I have a girlfriend and I've been dating her for 6 months now. I've been doing everything for her and I don't know, or I didn't know that she has another man. She has been dating and the man is not doing anything for her, only taking her out, buying drinks and having sex with her. I don't know what to do to this girl now. Not to do with.
Pardon me, bring it back. What?
Okay, so he's been dating her for 6 months. He actually has done a lot for her. But now he finds out that she's dating another man, or she has been dating another man who has not been doing anything but just take her out, buy drinks, and have sex with her.
Mm-hmm.
And now he doesn't know what to do to this girl now.
Do to her, like, look her in the eye, make love to her, like, look at her, I'm not sure. Take her out on a vacation.
I don't know what to do to me.
Okay, so that's you and somebody else. I want to assume that you don't like the fact that there's someone else in the picture.
Obviously.
Oh, good. So, step outside the picture. Or at least let her know you're stepping outside the picture because there's somebody else. And that if she would want to be in a relationship with you, it has to be an exclusive relationship. Mm-hmm. What else are you going to do with her besides leave her alone? What else is there what else can be done besides leave her alone? Then if you don't want to leave her alone, then you can say, well, the other person has to go.
And if she... truck?
What?
See somebody craft the name on the truck. Chioma will punish you.
Someone did that? Next message.
Good afternoon, Joyce. When I was just 14-year-old, a co-tenant in our house, whom I call my uncle, always sends me message to buy rice, beans, dodo with assorted meat. At a stage, I started to shortchange him by buying less the amount of food that he sent me. One day he suspected me, confronted me, and I vehemently denied out of fear. Now he followed me to the alaja that sells the food while my secret was left open at the spot. Till the man left our house, he stopped sending me messages and I regretted my actions. 9 years after, as an adult, forgetting my childhood misbehavior, I often send a boy in my area not too far from my former parents' house. After some months, the boy now started repeating the same behavior to me while I followed him to the place where he bought the same rice, beans, and dodo from the same aged Alaja, but this time it was Alaja's daughter who was on seat selling. The boy debunked it, and I got to know that he was shortchanging me the same way I did when I was a child. I cried and begged God for forgiveness, and now I remember that the law of karma, what you sow is what you reap. This experience has shaped my life till today. Oh yeah, that's it.
All right,
Fear God, basically. That's
thank
what
you. Thank you so much for writing in. I do appreciate. I have something else, right?
Yes. Auntie Joy, my wife fell victim of adultery a few years ago. She later opened up, and when we were having prayers based on challenges that came upon us, but by His grace, things turned around for good. But since then, I noticed that the issue was eating her up, and she over worries. I have forgiven her and assured her that that I would not use it against her, and I love her so much. But she dies in silence every time I talk to her. I understand that she was pressed by the situation on board, and that made her fall victim. Yeah, he doesn't know what to do.
Time can help. Time can, and I hope that if your words are anything we can bank on, that your commitment to both forgive her and to not bring up the issues of the past can also help the relationship heal. And now that you say that you would love to stand by her and remain with her in marriage, I think that both of you can come through this sooner than you can even think. Thank you very much for writing me. I think you should just give it time, and every time you find her in that state, I think you should remind her to come out of it.
Good afternoon, Joyce. I'm in the same mess too, just as the man with similar story. Mine is opposite. The lady I want to marry now is a single mom, but she has a child with her. I told her that I can't marry you, and you have to take the child to his father because the father of the child is still alive. But she said no, I have to marry her and her son. She has begged heaven to beg me to accept this agreement, but I said no. And she doesn't want to leave me, and she wants me to she won't take the child to his father. Please, I need advice because I'm confused.
You love a woman, but she has a child, and you don't want the child in the same house as you. You tell your wife you tell your lover to take the child to the parent, and she says, well, to the father, and she says, oh, I wouldn't take. Is that the story?
Yes.
She says she wouldn't take the child to the father because she wants to raise her child herself, or what?
He didn't say what her
okay,
reason
good.
was.
So, well, do you love her enough to keep her and the baby? That's it.
Yeah.
If you don't, then leave her alone. Someone else will do a different job than you are doing at the moment. And I don't think it means anything bad necessarily. Sometimes it's even more about the capacity to truly love someone so much that you love all that they come with. Sometimes you love people, you don't love what they come with. It's like you can love a woman, but you don't love her father. You don't love her mom. But you like the woman, you can live with her. I saw a video recently where a man, this is an American, by the way, a man shot I can't remember if he shot his wife, but he shot the mother and the father of his wife because they came to his house unannounced. Like just... Yeah, that he had told his wife that he didn't like the way her parents behaved, blah, 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 blah. And during the interrogation, that was his position, like psychotic stuff. But sometimes you love a person, you don't like their family for whatever reason. Or sometimes you don't even have enough capacity for two. Like there's not much in you that you can give. So if you stretch yourself and give it to one person, you can't accommodate anybody else. And worse, if they have a child, you can't love on them. So I would say if the woman is saying no, then I think you should get out of the picture so that someone who may step in. All right. Confessions Thursday, 99.3 Nigeria Info, the sunny side. Welcome. Remember, when you're calling, you don't say your name.
Yeah, good afternoon, Joyce. A short one to the man whose wife is a bit insecure. It is important that the man should not send the woman away. In my own advice, if going a little scientific, I think you should try and find out what actually changed the woman. Has the woman gained weight all of a sudden while the man is still looking dandy? Did the woman lose her job? And is there something that's making her insecure? And the man need to go back from the time they started and see what something has changed. Is it academic qualification? Does he want to go to school? so that he can measure up. There's something that is making her that she's not.
All right, got it.
She's not enough for the man that making the man to go outside. I mean, the man should not say. He should try and solve the problem before doing anything drastic.
All right, thank you. He even says he was going to call back. I guess he wanted to bring some clarity over a position of mine. All right, good. So 99.3 Nigeria Info.
We just have messages.
Okay.
More suggestions.
Hold on, no. Welcome. How make it back? Someone's talking about marrying me. I've seen that I want to marry you messages. I saw a number a few weeks ago.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Okay, so he said, Joyce, my confession.
Is this the second one today?
Yes, this is the second one to do.
Fellow Nigerian men who, let's just talk man to man.
Let's read the confession. I say, can I say no?
Okay.
He said, I'm really in love with you, Joyce. I want to be your loving husband. Will you marry me? My confession is that I'm in love with you, Joyce.
Okay.
Seriously.
Yeah. No, wait. I can explain. Confession stairs. Well, thank you so much for your confession, by the way. I see all the messages you guys send me about me wanting to marry me.
That's all you're gonna say?
At this point, I'm of the opinion y'all want to tie me down. It's like, hell no.
Somebody said that woman that is jealous doesn't have children. If they give her children, she will be busy.
Okay.
So maybe they want to make you busy.
I don't think so, but yeah. No. Welcome, Confessions Thursday.
Yeah, George, good afternoon.
Do you have a confession?
No. Just be one or two things.
One thing. Make it one thing. 40 seconds.
That man, if really loved that woman, just only one child. What of me? The one I'm going for has 4 kids. There's love, and I'm good to go. Joy, for those Nigerian men, don't mind them. The person I could have loved you to marry has
Yo, hey. We're not even talking about that.
They want, better soup than money killer.
You want me to
don't mind them.
Wives? Like what?
The other guy don't
I like 4 wives already.
He don't go London, and I think he settled down over there. So, Joyce, my sister, don't worry. The water where you go drink, not go flow past you. Not mind those people.
Thank you so much for calling.
Right, we'll chase them, maybe. That's not me.
I didn't want to hear it, but said something about marrying someone with 2 wives already. That would not even ever in any world on any time zone.
So at the end of the day, after he marries you, now you have like 6 wives.
No. I'm like 4 wives.
And that's what I'm saying now. 6. 3 physically, but 4 of
room,
you.
There's no room for nothing else. Confessions Thursday.
Hello, Joyce.
Do you have a confession, lady?
Why are you taking your sisters away?
You said what?
Your sisters.
Did I tell you I was looking for a husband?
I know. Why are you taking them away now? Allow them.
Bring me a Ferrari. Let's open up this conversation, you know?
Want to drink wine, though.
How to marry wine. Joyce 101.
Stay away from alcohol, first of all. I'm off the market. I think I need to say that. Yeah.
The people want to be sure. So you have to.
Yeah, but your certainty doesn't work the way my certainty works. And I think we should just.
We're Nigerians. We don't get it.
That's the problem. You are you and I am me, and I don't owe you too much. But I'm off the market. All right, good. Can you stop?
They will still send a message now. 3 minutes. Just give them 3 minutes. Let's go on a break. They will send that.
You guys remember the joke I told you about? I was on a flight and I met a Nigerian guy and he was like, I think we should hang out, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, no. He's like, relax. With good arrangement, something like with a good arrangement, the devil will see God. The devil can see God. Something very arrogant. But it was funny when I heard it. Yeah, I was like, oh, no. He's like, relax. We're good arrangements. Even the devil can see God. It was so funny.
So that's a pickup line?
No, an Abuja guy, I guess.
Hey.
No. I don't think it's. No, I think he lives on the island here. I think he's at Lekki or Ikoyi. I think he's at Ikoyi. I think it's one of these.
Ikoyi.
Yeah. I'm not sure. He came off like a little northerner. I think his northerner. No. Thank you very much. If I ever wanted a husband,
we'll put it out on the website.
If I wanted a husband, I wouldn't holler at you because we fight too much. I don't like y'all. We're off on the break.
We'll be right back.
Get ready to celebrate excellence across borders at the Marketing Edge National Summit and Awards 2024. We are engaging with stakeholders in the industry and honoring those who have achieved outstanding feats in the integrated marketing communications sector. Virtual Summit is Friday, 27th September 2024. Time is 9 a.m. and the Edge Award is Saturday, 28th September 2024. Venue, Balmoral Convention Center, Sheraton Hotel, Ikeja, Lagos. Time is 6 p.m. The Marketing Edge Summit and Awards 2024. Celebrating excellence beyond borders. Marketing Edge. Promoting the brand idea.
My darling, are you ready to go back to school?
Yes, Mommy. I have everything I need. All that's missing is my favorite food to drink, Capri Sun.
Oh, what? No Capri Sun? We have to fix that right away.
Yay! And Mommy, every carton of Capri Sun now comes with a wristband ruler for school.
A wristband ruler?
Get a wristband ruler in every carton of Capri Sun as you go back to school. Terms and conditions apply.
Capri Sun, the taste of fun.
Guess what? An upcoming lottery and fintech company is in town seeking to appoint state coordinators and super agents. Coordinators and agents will manage all businesses within their assigned states, which include gaming outlets. You will be paid weekly commissions on our various businesses, which ranges from 1% to 15%. Limited spaces are available per state. Apply now. Visit our website, www.afrolottery.com, or contact Mayowa on 0818-987-2332.
Only for 18 and above. Bet responsibly.
He is a proud patriot of the Edo Nation, spreading humor across the globe. And now, he's bringing loads of laughter from Edo to Eko as Davic Empire presents Edo in Eko with MC Edo Piquet, the step from the ancient city. Comedy by Akbaroro, Acapella, Kaboko Master, MC Casino, Sarki Daria, MC Monica, Abaria.com, Action, Madiba, Young Chief, MOP, That Saint, MC Yanis, and Wonderco. Date is Sunday, 29th September. Venue, Hotels, VI Lagos. Time, 7 p.m. Gets regular 5K, VIP 25K. Gold table, 1.5 million naira. And premium table, 2.5 million naira. Get your tickets online at ariatickets.com. For inquiries and table reservations, please call 0818-856-1636. Edo in Echo is sponsored by AY Homes, Great IB Exchange, Legend Twist, Ace Root, Golda, Goldbed Black, Fayruz, and Landsmith Construction. Packaged by Landry Mako Events and branded by Star Station. Media partner, Cool Wazobia Info.
99.3 Nigeria Info.
Your number one station for talk. Let's talk.
All right, so I was really just struggling to read a message here. This one goes, I'm not sure why you introduce yourself as single, but then you say your girl starts to... So hold on, you say you're single, then you say your girl is nagging. I'm not sure what to go with. All I did to change... So the summary of it is, you're in a relationship, it would appear, then your girl is complaining about you, then you say that could change... You write so terribly. You say, find out because I have not touched her in 3 weeks. I chat less with her. All I did was to communicate. So I guess the problem initially was you don't talk to her as often. Now you communicate more with her. Then you say, all I did was, okay, and then gave the other side of the bed. I think you mean you gave her the other side of the bed. You say all her complaining stopped. So in summary, your girlfriend was complaining and then you made some changes and she also changed. All right, great. Confession is that I love your voice and the way you speak. I sincerely listen to your program mostly because of your voice. It's all right. But there is no separating me one from the other. But thank you. I get the point. Thank you very much. 99.3 Nigeria Info, the sunny side. This one says, Joyce, honestly, I don't care. I'm in love with you and I'm coming for you. You know what? Why not? Why not? Take your shot. You never know. All right. Our work on confessions today is done. I want to thank you so much for your submissions. And I think the gentleman who called earlier on, unfortunately, didn't succeed getting through to me. He wanted to correct something, but I think he is more persuaded that the wife is really just out of hand. And I guess every other opinion may then apply.
It's not just the news or information.
It is more than you ask for.
What is our shift when Lagos State says this organization is meant to help us out, and the people working there are not helping us out?
You have a situation where people say it's normal that if your husband doesn't beat you, then he doesn't love you.
Where madness seems.
99.3 99.3 Nigeria Info. We are more than just radio. Subscribe to our YouTube channel at 9.3 Nigeria Info. We are more than just radio. Subscribe to our YouTube channel at Nigeria Info FM. Check us out on Facebook at Nigeria Info 99.3. Follow us on Twitter at Nigeria Info FM and on Instagram at Nigeria Info FM Lagos for live updates as it happens. 99.3 Nigeria Info. Let's talk.